24 minutes in the books out there at Staples Center. Blake Griffin, 14-point first half. The Clippers led by as many as 13. Oklahoma City has not led, but they have tied things up at the break, 64 apiece. Thunder shooting 52%, Clippers shooting 53% in what has been an entertaining first half. American Express halftime report, Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny, Chuck. Chuck, your thoughts before you get to any pictures. To me, it's just been hard to figure Oklahoma City out in terms of big picture and how big a threat they can be.
No threat.
You don't think so?
No threat.
Wow.
Not yet.
With that firepower?
Not yet. No, they're not a threat.
Are they going to be a threat later?
No threat whatsoever.
Okay.
They're at best the third or fourth. No, they're not even in the top three conversation. I mean, listen, let's quit kidding ourselves. There's three teams in the West. The Timberwolves, they're not even better than the Timberwolves. But the Warriors, the Spurs, and the Rockets are the best teams. Then you got Minnesota. And then who cares after that?
Do you think they have that switch?
They don't. Who? This team here?
Yeah, OKC.
They don't have that switch.
Okay, I'm just asking.
American Express teammates, it's the big three of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, my God. 14
apiece for Melo and Westbrook. Paul George has 13. Westbrook 14, 8 and 4 in the first half, which leads us now into Kenny's picks.
Let me tell you why they're not going to be any good.
Tell us.
Their three best players. Westbrook is the man. The other two guys are offensive players. You don't
think Paul George is a good defensive player?
He's not a great defender. He's a good defender, but I'm saying he's not a guy like a Draymond Green who can make an impact defensively. There's certain guys who make an impact. They can change a game. You don't look at Paul George like that. Those three guys can win the game one way offensively. But they won't be able to beat the Warriors. The Spurs are going to make them beat themselves. But like I say, they're not good. It looks great on paper, though. The game's on played on paper.
How's it look on the big screen?
On the big screen, it looks like this, Ernest. Well, you know what? I think the one thing that they have done better is that they have the ability to find out who should get the shot. I think at times before, they weren't accustomed to playing with other players who can make things happen. So as Russell comes in the fast break upstairs, so he moves it, frees it here. That second pass to third pass, typically, Paul George would have taken that ball and tried to drive it in one-on-one because he would have said, penetrate, kick. I'm a one-on-one player. But now the object to see the other man in the corner, let's say he hears the shot, let it go upstairs. So then Adams now gets an opportunity to tip in because everybody is expecting a shot. Freeze it again. Now Russell Westbrook gets into the paint. His thing before was I get into the paint. Am I really trying to give it to guys like Roberson or someone else who can't do it last year? No. So now he says, this year I can. I can bring it back out. I do not have to. I can survey the floor, swing, find the shooter, shot. Carmelo's still open for rebounding position. They know now who to get the ball. Thank you upstairs. How to get things done.
Going back to some first halftime of the night, hilarity.
Yeah, Phil and Mike sometimes be sleep at the button upstairs, so.
That wasn't very nice.
They do.
I got your back all the time.
Doesn't mean they don't do it.
That's why your back is always hurt.
Doesn't mean they don't do it wrong. Correct, Shaq?
You're right.
Big stat in the first half for the Clippers, points in the paint.
Yeah, they're playing very well in the paint. Playing well of late, won 6 out of 7, 17 out of 19. And they're just, muscling these guys in the paint. Roll the tape upstairs, whoever's working the ball. Right here. Hey, right here, they're not really a three-point shooting team. They took 11 threes, only made 3. But right here, you got to go into this guy right here. I still don't know why his name is on the trade blocks. When he can do this, he can get you easy baskets. Right here, they're just killing OKC in the paint. If OKC can get hot and be a respectable defense
go get that.
In late, they have a chance to becoming a good team. I have to disagree with Chuck. I think those three guys do have a switch. I think they can get hot. They need to become a respectable defensive team.
There's Mike and Phil, our trusty guys upstairs who do a wonderful job night
Press
in
the button.
And night out. So who would you rather have, Clippers or Thunder?
Clippers.
These two teams are dangerous, both of them.
The Clippers, to me, the Clippers are more dangerous than Oklahoma City. But to answer your question, the reason he's on the trading block, he's a free agent.
Got it.
And they're not going to re-sign him $200 million. They got to trade him or let him go. But the Clippers have a much better chance of doing well in the playoffs than OKC.
I think if a guy like him got to Golden State, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking out loud.
Say what now?
Like a guy like DeAndre Jordan.
Wouldn't give him 200, Chuck?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Would you give him 200?
Not sober.
One of the great answers of all time.
Give him 190?
We're going to be back with
185?
more on the American Express halftime report in just a minute.
Jordan is valuable, man.
He is. Not for $200 million, he's not, though.
I don't know.
Oh, it's Mike and Phil. Come on, Mike and Phil.
Mike
What's
and
up?
Phil.
Okay.
There you go, man. These guys sleeping upstairs.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, DeAndre Jordan is a good little player, but if I give you $200 million, you got to be bringing it.
Welcome to the American Express Halftime Report. American Express, the official card of the NBA.